So let's get one thing straight just right off the bat. I hated every second of running the 5K, and I've already signed up for my next one. I have never been a particularly athletic person. I don't like going to the gym. I don't really have any hobbies that involve exercise. The most active I am usually is taking my dogs for a walk, and that's about it. So when I decided for my New Year's resolution that I wanted to run a 5K, it was definitely met with some skepticism. I'm not really sure why I decided on a 5K for my New Year's resolution, but I knew that for 2022, I really wanted to work on getting healthier. I wanted to exercise more, I wanted to go to the gym on a consistent basis, and for some reason, I decided that participating in a 5K was a good way to motivate myself. So I downloaded an app that was supposed to let me go from couch to 5K in just 9 weeks. The app I used, I'll put here on the screen so that you can see it if you are interested. And it was a decent app, honestly. It had good layout for how often you were supposed to exercise. It was 3 days a week, and each week moved consecutively harder. So when you started out, it was mostly walking and I think 30 seconds of jogging, and then it was mostly walking and a minute of jogging. And then you progressively worked your way up. I did not get all the way through the app. And there's a couple of reasons for that. But the farthest that I got was we got to 5 minutes walking and 3 minutes jogging, which was incredibly difficult. But it was also really nice for me personally because I was able to, prove to myself that I could jog for 60 seconds. And then 3 minutes, and that was not something I genuinely thought was possible for me. So it was really nice to have that proof of concept for myself. So what happened was I started the exercise program, and it was going really well. I had gotten up to week 2, and then I went on a business trip. And I had a really bad case of allergies while I was there. So I was not able to work out while I was down there. And then I came back and my allergies persisted for another week. So that had been 2 weeks off of the program. And then I had lost some motivation for sure. And I wasn't sure that I wanted to do the 5K anymore. So someone close to me, a friend, texted me to ask how the 5K training was going. And I let her know that it wasn't, that I had fallen off of the wagon and that I had stopped training, and by that point it had been about 3 weeks, and I wasn't sure I was going to continue. And she said, okay. And something inside of me went, they don't think I can do it. They don't think I will do it. And I am a very competitive person, especially with myself. And so I decided I needed to prove to my friends and family, and really to myself, that I was able to do this, that I was going to do it. Even if I did it poorly, I was going to do it. So I got online and I registered for a 5K. The one that I registered for was called the Winter Warm-Up. And I was really drawn in because everyone got a finisher medal, and it was cute. It's a little snowman. I'll show him at the end of the video. But it was a snowman, and I was like, perfect, this is great. It was gonna be for the sort of middle to end of March. So I had a few more weeks in which to train. So I registered, I paid my entry fee, and I was very excited. I was ready to get going. So I went to the gym the next morning, worked out, and then I stopped going again for another 2 weeks. Because it is hard when you are trying to get into a new routine to actually stick to it. And life happens, and then we moved. And I had an even harder time forcing myself to go to the gym, and I was really struggling with it. And finally, I decided I needed to just ease up all pressure. I was definitely going to do the 5K, but if I walked the entire thing, I was okay with that. And suddenly I was able to go to the gym again, and I was going every single morning. 3 days a week I was going and I was running with the app, and the other 4 days, I was going and I was just walking on the treadmill, just at a normal pace, watching Instagram stories, and just genuinely having fun with it again. And I think for myself personally, that was really important to realize that I didn't have to go to the gym and accomplish anything. I could just go and do something that was enjoyable. And that was eye-opening and great. And so I went every week, every day of every week up until the race. And I got up to week 4 of the app. And it was hard, really, really hard, because I struggled to run those 3 minutes. But I did it. I was able to do it. And then the day of the 5K came. And I drove myself to the 5K and I got there ridiculously early. The race was supposed to start at 9 and I got there at like 7:45 because I wanted to, pick up my packet and figure everything out. If you've never done a 5K, it doesn't take that much time to pick up your packet. So I picked up my packet, I got my bib number. It was very exciting to have a bib, and I pinned it onto my jacket, which was awesome. And I told them, my name and my age, and then I went and sat in my car for about an hour and waited for the race to start. And I started to get a little nervous when people started arriving. There were a lot of people showing up that looked like runners. They had the right outfit and they had very slim builds, and they were doing warm-up stretches that I've never seen before. And I started to think, maybe I don't fit in. Maybe this isn't right for me. I should go home. I haven't finished training, but I stayed. And I joined the group as we were lining up at the start line. And I started actually looking around, and I saw that not everyone there was a runner. I guess technically we were all runners. We were there to run the race, but not everyone there looked like a stereotypical runner. There were a lot of people who looked like me, and that was nice. There was a lady with a baby in a stroller that was gonna do the race, and there were some teenage girls, and there were some elderly people that were gonna walk it, and it was kind of nice to see this community of people who were going to participate in this event. And so I started to get a little bit more comfortable. And then they said go. And the people at the front took off running so fast. There were people that were also doing a 10K. We all started at the same time. They were just gonna do extra laps. And my little group sort of in the middle started slowly jogging. And then there were people in the back who just started walking, and they were just gonna walk the 5K, which is totally allowed. So I started jogging and I made it a ways. I probably jogged for about 5 minutes, which was more than I expected. And then I started walking. And thankfully I had packed my inhaler because I needed it, so I used it. And I walked for a ways longer, and then I jogged a little, and then I walked a lot, and then I jogged a little, and then I walked a lot, and I jogged a little, and you can kind of see the pattern here. And it was nice because I kind of kept, passing and then being passed by the same people. And we didn't, talk to each other or anything, but we sort of formed a friendship. One of the guys that I was sort of walking with gave me a high five at the finish line. So it was nice to get sort of that camaraderie going. And for people who don't know, 5K is 3.11 miles. So when I got to mile 1, I was so excited. I was really proud of myself, and I was dying. I had jogged and I had walked and I had used my inhaler, and I was really struggling because I had not trained well enough to participate to the fullest extent that I wanted to, but I kept going. And then I got to mile 2 and I was still dying, and I was frustrated with myself for not having trained better, and I was annoyed that I had thought a 5K was a good idea, and I was excited to see my friends, walking with me. And I kept going. And I got to mile 3 and I was dying. You know, and I kept jogging and I kept walking, and then I could see the finish line. And with every ounce of strength that I had left, I sprinted to the finish line because first, I wanted to be done, but second, it was so satisfying seeing that finish line come into view and know that I had made it, I had done it, I had finished a 5K. I had accomplished what I set out to do. So I crossed the finish line and high-fived my running buddy and got my photo taken. I'm gonna insert some of those photos here. You can see how much pain I'm in and just how much I was hating every moment of that run. And then I went and I got my prizes. I got a t-shirt and I got a finisher medal, which was the little snowman. I'm gonna insert a picture if you guys wanna see what they look like. It's very cute. And I saw on the table that they had a discount code for 20% off your next race. And I thought to myself, I hated every second of running that race. You know, every step was a challenge, and I want to do it again because it felt like a good thing. I felt accomplished when I crossed that finish line. And I didn't get the time that I wanted. I didn't run the whole thing. I walked way more than I ran. But I was okay with that because I participated and I did it and I finished it. And I get to try again. So I have registered for my next 5K. It's called the Spring Sprint. And it's, again, got a really cute medal and a cute t-shirt because I am motivated by adorable prizes, apparently. So I registered for my next one, and I have been training again for my next 5K. And honestly, I probably won't run that whole one either. I'm gonna walk a lot of it. But as long as I beat my time, that's all that really matters for me in the end. And so I know if you clicked onto this video expecting more of a couch to 5K story, that probably wasn't what you were expecting. But the app gave me motivation. It got me off the couch and I did a 5K. So technically, yeah, it worked. And I really want to encourage anyone who is thinking about doing a 5K to just do it. You don't have to run the whole thing. You don't have to run any of it. You can walk the entire thing, and that's totally fine. But there is something so motivating about crossing that finish line and knowing that you've done something, that you've accomplished something that you set out to do, that's just really good for you, I think, as a person. And it's been great to get me back into the gym and get me active again and, you know, striving towards being a better version of myself, which is really all that anyone can ever ask for. So if you decide to do a couch to 5K program, or if you just decide to run a 5K or walk a 5K or participate in some way, leave me a comment down below. I would love to talk to you and chat with you about your experience. I am more than happy to answer any questions anyone has. I'm obviously not an expert. I've only done one 5K, soon to be 2. But I really hope you enjoyed this video and that it was helpful in some way at either motivating you to do it or convincing you not to. I know how much I said I hated it, but it really was worth it in the end. But anyway, like I said, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and ring the little bell icon so you get notified every time I post a new video. I post every Thursday. And until next time, I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye. Papa. Can you lay down so Mama can film? Just a good boy. Someone's at my door. Sorry about that. Someone was at my door. So where was I? Right.